The tiny seed knew that in order to grow, it needed to be dropped in dirt, covered with darkness, and struggled to reach light. It's also the same thing with us. We have to go through struggles. We have to go through a dark time. We have to go through darkness, hard times, obstacle in life for us to grow. But for so many of us, how long does it take us to realize that obstacles are inevitable and hard times come to us for a reason? And that reason is for us to grow, for us to become the best version of ourselves, for us to discover that the strength within us. But sometimes we fail one time, we run away, we risk one embarrassment, and we tell ourselves that we won't try again. Why do we still resist to darkness? Why do we still resist to failure? Why do we still resist to hard times? They are part of the nature of life. It's the inevitable. And the more you resist it, the more it will persist in your life. If you realize that, when you resist to changes, when you resist to hard times, when you resist to difficulties, you have a very hard time to overcome it. And you have a tendency to complain and grumble, and you destroy a relationship around you because you're not feeling happy, because you complain about things not going to the way you want. But my handsome friend, hard times are inevitable. So instead of complain about it, instead of become angry about it, instead of want to give up, why don't you learn the attitude to accept it? Not only accept it, embrace it, and even love it. We are human beings. We have a superpower that if we can change the circumstance, we can change our attitude. And when we change our attitude, we will become more productive and happier when we face with challenges. So instead of choosing to be bitter, instead of choosing to be grumble and complaining, we can choose gratitude and focus on the positivity. Because the power of gratitude will help you overcome hard time easier. Because without struggle, you will never understand the happiness. Without failure, you will never understand success. No matter how much you complain, the problem never goes away. And in fact, it will destroy your health and your relationship. It's okay to complain a little bit. It's okay to grumble a little bit. Accept it. Validate those feelings. But then leave them there and move on and focus on gratitude. Because hard times really come to teach you a lessons. To teach you to value things that you always take for granted. Right now, the war going on around in Ukraine and Russia. When I watching the news, it really hurt me when I see a lot of people now their focus is on survival. They wish to have a problem like we have now. They wish to have the problem at work. They wish to have the problem in relationship right now, because what really matters to them now is survival. And when you facing with death and survival, none of the other problem become matter in your life anymore. So I want you to take this moment to really appreciate the struggle that you have, to appreciate all the things that you have in your life, and really change your focus by changing your attitude, changing your awareness that hard time is a part of life. It must happen for you to appreciate success, for you to appreciate happiness in your life. I know breakup is hard, but through breakup, you understand what you want and you understand what you're looking for in the future, and that's how you find your true love, your soulmate. Without breakup, you will never understand it. I know losing job is hard, but it's help you capture what really important to you. Help you really ask yourself what truly matters to you and what are you passionate about. Because without losing your job, you will never understand. You will never have the courage to go for your dream, to go for that's entrepreneurship within you. Without losing job, you will never understand that everything in life is uncertain. Even though your boss just a week ago told you that he want to keep you, he want you to stay with the company forever until you retire. But after that week, now here you go, have no job. And I know it's hard to accept it, but this time really try to teach you something. I know rejection is hard. I know that it's hard to keep crying. I know it's hard to continue ask that girl out when all you see is rejection over and over again. And I know it's destroy your confidence. But my friend, without that rejection, you will never appreciate when your true love come into your life. Because I guarantee you that after 500 rejection, and you got rejected at 500 and 501, the most beautiful girl show up in your life and she say yes, and everything work out perfectly. And I guarantee you, you will tell yourself that the 500 rejection, they are all worthy. But don't run away after one rejection. We have a tendency after we try one thing, we run away. We have our inner voice tempting us that let's give up because you can't stand the feeling of embarrassment. You can't stand the feeling of rejection. That's rational within ourselves. But my friend, sometimes all you need is the courage to show up again. Sometimes you don't have to change anything. All you need is the courage to show up again. One failure makes you want to give up. Are you that weak? You don't come this far in life just to give up. I know you have been working on your business and nothing come out of it, yes. And I know it's really testing your patience right now. I know if you've been single for so long, and I know it's so hard to keep going, to keep that high standard. And I know that in short term you want to shuttle. Realize that, acknowledge it, but don't give in. Because the pain that if you give in, it will be forever. The pain that you suffer right now is temporary, because at one day it will replace with the happiness and which will build strength within you. But if you give in, that pain will stay with you forever. The feeling of regret will stay with you forever. So my key takeaway is, hard times are inevitable. They come into your life. Everything happens. Everything occurs is for you, for your growth. So stop complaining. Stop pushing the hard times. Stop praying that you don't have to struggle. Stop praying that you don't have to face rejection. No, actually embracing it, because they are part of the nature. Have the gratitude to it, because it is inevitable. So instead of complaining, choosing to have gratitude, because it will help you overcome it easier. Every storm have to end. The same thing with hard time. And once it's over, it will replace with feeling of happiness. So my handsome friend, keep going. Hard time will pass, and its pain will be replaced with strength within you. But if you give up now, the pain will last forever. And again, if you fail, stand up, try again. If you fail, stand up, try again. Try how long? Stand up until and try again until you succeed. Sometimes you don't need to change your approach. Sometimes you just need to show up again. And that's all you need. You will fail over and over again. But at some point, you will stand still. And that stand still will be all worthy, my friend. On the rejection, on the embarrassment, on the dark night, on the bad days, they will be all worthy in the end. But you will never experience that if you don't keep going. If you don't have the courage to show up again. But as a fearless warrior club, we must stand up and show up again, even though we have so much injury in our body and everything is blurry, even though you don't see anything yet. But the storm will go away. You will see the sunshine again, and everything will be okay. I hope you enjoyed this message. If you find it value, please share with at least one friend. Share it on your social media. I really appreciate it. And until next time, thank you.